Greetings, Azeroth. So we've finished with the tree. We're all done our time on Teldrassil. And it's time for us to move on to Darkshore today. I've gone ahead and done some cleanup quests. I finished the back and forth on the flight path for Nessa Shadowsong to deliver some fish. But we're pretty much starting brand new here in this zone. So we're going to come over here and we're going to talk to Gwyneth Blylagond. Majestic sea creatures are known to launch themselves at the Darkshore coastline, beached there until they die. Lately, these beasts have been washing ashore in ever-increasing numbers. I've been sent here by the Temple of the Moon to investigate, but the presence of murlocs along the water has made my research difficult. There is a giant creature washed ashore just south of Aberdeen that is ringed by the foul grey mist murlocs. Could you go there and retrieve bones from the creatures for our study? So we're going to head around and we're going to collect our quests. I don't think I'm going to take this one. This is a fishing quest. I'm not going to worry about that. I don't think I've ever actually raised fishing whatsoever in any version of the game. I do know we have one out here. And this individual is waiting for this quest as well, it looks like. I'm going to just grab it. We'll come over here and we'll read what he has to say. In the aftermath of the battles at the Well of Eternity, I heard that Ametheron had been destroyed, its people dead, including my love Anaya. I would never have thought thousands of years later that memories of Anaya would still haunt my dreams. Wandering the woods of Darkshore in a stupor, I found myself in the ruins of Ametheron, where I saw the haunted spirit of my beloved. She must be freed, but I lack the heart to do it. Her spirit must be destroyed. We're going to head up here.
Can I help you?
Hey, help me with my latest invention, the BuzzBox. You can talk to people far away. Maybe you've already seen them. They're boxes with levers on them. The only problem is they need constant maintenance. Each one suffers from a different problem, but I made a really smart decision. I placed each one near creatures that have the proper parts to fix that particular machine. Right now, box 827 is on the fritz. It's just south of Aberdeen, real close. It takes 6 crawler legs to fix it. I'll pay ya.
Off and away.
Maybe I should actually pick that up.
Right.
There we go. We've also already set up our Hearthstone, so we are set to Aberdeen. I am devising a potion that requires rare mushrooms, mushrooms that grow only in a certain cave. The cave lies behind Cliff Spring Falls to the east and slightly north of the mountains. I would go there myself, but I was advised by the Grove of the Ancients to stay away from that place. Our venerable allies sense that the cave is the hiding place for a new evil in Darkshore. Please, Duradris, gather the mushrooms for me, and while doing so, scout the cave to confirm the ancients' fears. I have been doing that the whole time here. Let's get in. There we go. Let's see. Sentinel Glinda Nelshay. Hostile moonkin roam in ever-increasing numbers to our east. They once were thought to be gentle, almost mystical creatures. While some continue to hold reverence for them, the safety of Aberdeen forces me to keep a more realistic view. I've received reports that moonkin are being drawn to a large red crystal along Darkshore's eastern mountain range. No one has any idea what that crystal is, or even if it really exists. I want you to locate it over there and report back to me what you find.
Goddess watch over you.
Oh, water just stopped suddenly there. And then it started up. Maybe we hit the end of the file. Who knows? Let's see. Tharnarian has a quest here for us. A sickness spreads across the dark shore, gripping the minds and bodies of all it touches. The thistlebears have been hit the hardest by this plague. The once noble beasts are now an instrument of destruction, rabid and frenzied. I may have a cure for this ailment. Take this trap to the forest and lay it on the ground. Any rabid thistlebear that crosses the light shall become docile for a short time. Once the bear is docile, it shall follow you. Lead it back here, Deirdris. Alright. Tarenthus asks how big a threat. Some of my brethren were rescued from a corrupt furbolg in Teldrassil, and I vowed to stop any more atrocities before more of our kind are injured, or worse. I have seen a couple hints of corruption in Darkshore already, but I have yet to find any widespread signs. I think it would be logical if the investigation continued with the furbolgs. Would you find one of their camps and return to me if you see any signs of corruption? And Alyssa Starbreeze asks us to check out the Tower of Althalax. Hail, young night elf. I am Alyssa Starbreeze, and it is my charge to protect Aberdeen from harm. To this end, I sent Balthul Shadowstrike to observe the strange happenings around the Tower of Althalax to the northeast. It is past time that he should have returned. I worry that he has encountered some unforeseen danger in the forest. I would be most appreciative if you would find him and see that he is doing well.
Del Madras.
Take the quick way out. We're going to head over this way. I don't even know that we're going to do this quest.
What can I do for you?
But we'll see what Gorbold here has to say to us.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Off the coast of Darkshore to our north are two wrecked ships, the Silver Dawning and the Mist Veil. Some time ago, both ships ran afoul of the blasted Murlocs as they sailed across the vast sea into Aberdeen. They now lie at the bottom of the ocean as trophies for those fiends. Both captains didn't make it out that night, and their logs and other effects are still below in lockboxes. I'd like for you to recover them for us. It would mean a lot to the crew members still around these parts.
See you soon.
So we'll take that if I'm feeling adventurous later. I have done the quest before, on hardcore as well. So it may go alright.
Elun Adore.
Elandarian has something for us. Do you smell that delicious aroma? It's my new secret recipe. Fresh Strider stew. Delicious. Perhaps you would be interested in learning the recipe. Before I teach you the recipe, you will need to prove that you can handle the beasts. Now, I don't expect you to go out and take one and ride it back to me, but if you can kill a few and bring back some of their succulent meat, I may be persuaded to show you the ways of Strider stew.
Good luck, friend.
And we also have Thunderous Windweaver here with a couple of quests. The ruins of Bashalaran to the east are overrun with demonic minions. The sprites and satyrs that have taken up residence in the area feed upon the magical energies of the area. Their powers are growing from continued exposure. Even with that, I have noticed that there is one shrine they did not approach. On the western side of the ruins, atop a small bluff, a strange blue aura permeates. There must be an explanation to the demon's reluctance. I would like you to investigate it. Priest, a task I would ask of you. Have you seen the ruins of Ametharon? If not, you will find them on the eastern side of the main road, some ways to the south. Once they were home to many of the powerful highborn. Now they are a testament to the destruction their babblings produced. I have been told by the sentinels that the spirits of the highborn persist, and that they wield their ancient magical implements. These relics must be appropriated so that we might destroy them. Alright, so I believe that is everything in the area right now. So I have a path I generally take, usually when I'm starting here. And that's often to go and check. Did you notice that? So here we can hear the waves. As soon as we step on the bridge, they go away. We step off the bridge and the waves are back again. I can almost guarantee that's what happened over here. Because there it ends again. And there it starts again. Things you learn. It's probably just a sound glitch. But anyways, the thing I like to do is to head out to the red crystal here. It might be inefficient, but it's something I like to get taken care of right away, and there's actually a pretty decent staff you can get at the end of it. It's usually the staff I take if I don't do the other quests in the Banithil Barrow Den. But we're gonna buff up. I can take out the Strider for a chance at some meat. We got a druid giving us a gift there. Ooh. And off it goes. No, let's actually use our profession and skin this thing. There we go. Head up around here. What level are these? 12. Okay, I'm going to take out the bear first. And then we just sit here and wand. And this is why having a wand on a small priest is so important. And of course I failed. There we go. Take care of the forest strider here. There we go. I am very likely to aggro that. Still nothing. Oh, requires skinning level 30. So right now I can skin up to level 12 enemies. That's okay. We're gonna head out here. Typically I can get out here in a straight shot, but Moonkin patrols are not playing with me today. Alright. love to know how a moonkin out in the wild has a glass of ice cold milk on him, but I suppose it's not for me to know. Alright, we got our shield on. Just wand him down. And normally I see this approach as pretty simple and safe. A little while ago I had a... Oh. Ooh. What was that about? I've never seen them run like that. That must have been what got my friend. I had a friend who was raising a character for an event and came out here to do this quest and told me that the moonkin around the area actually, something happened and they aggroed all of them. But if that little run there is something that's programmed into there, like if that's just a thing they do every so often, then I can see how it happened. I'm gonna have to tell him about that. So we're gonna head back to Aberdeen now. If we find anything like another strider, then we can take that along the way. Ooh, level 14. Okay. Alright. There's another strider down there. We'll see if we can get that without collecting the moonkin. No, I know we can. We just gotta not get close enough to him. Alright, this is a safe spot.
That's still recharging.
Alright. And then we just wand away. Oh, we're gonna get that moonkin. Whether we want him or not, because I want that meat. Because you know, if I don't collect that meat now, or if I don't go and loot that corpse, it's going to have exactly what I need. That is just the way it works. And what do you know? No, those are male. Alright, so we're heading back in here. We're going to hand in the red crystal. And then I've done this so many times, I know exactly what we're doing next. I'm going to take a small vial of water from the moon well here. And we've got to put that on the crystal. That wouldn't be funny if that's not the next step.
Be careful.
Use this empty vial and fill up on some moonwell water here in Aberdeen. Such potent magic should provide a clue as to the composition of the crystal. To do that, you'll pour the liquid over the crystal. It should take care of the rest. While I don't anticipate anything bad happening to you, I still want to be careful. Above us to the east is Fellwood. If that crystal is tied to that place, as I suspect it is, then it could prove to be very dangerous.
Farewell.
Alright. So So we will come over here. We're going to find the vial. Empty water tube. And we are ready to head out. That has got to be... That has got to be some of the weirdest sound design I've seen. From everything else I've seen, the sound design is pretty polished along the rest of the game, but running over a bridge over water... Alright, so we're going to head back up to the crystal. I'm thinking I'm only going to be here in Darkshore for a couple of levels, maybe 3 at the most. What I want to do is get ready and head over to Eastern Kingdoms and get set up for Dead Mines. Oh, we got him. I want to go over to Dead Mines and run that. I have a few guildies that are just right in the neighborhood of running it, so... Here's hoping maybe they can hold out until tomorrow. Or, you know, I'll just run with them when they're a little higher level than me. Alright. So we're almost back to the crystal. Now that I realize they can run up like that, it adds a slight bit of a danger roulette to this quest. I've always thought of this as a bit of a joke of a quest. Alright. See, the crystal looks very alien against the wooded scenery of Darkshore. You think you hear a slight humming coming from deep within it. You have made it once more to the mysterious crystal. Removing the stopper on the tube of moonwell water, you gingerly pour the contents out over the top of the crystal. As the water cascades down its lattices, you see the opaque surface turn transparent. The moonwell water has revealed that embedded inside the crystal are a few small fragments of bone, as well as half of a jawbone. The jawbone appears to be from a humanoid, but it is unclear without breaking open the crystal, a feat that even the strongest of magic would find near impossible. With the task at hand complete, all that remains is to report back to Sentinel Glinda Nalshay in Aberdeen. You see, yes, we'll get the Oak Thrush staff, which is much better than the Gritroot staff. So we will pick that up, and we will head back to Aberdeen. I'm actually going to pull over here a second and turn the sound on my phone off. Because I always forget to do that. You may have heard a light buzzing there, not sure. But we'll take care of the Moonkin. And we're on our way. You know, I could run down and grab that How Big a Threat. There's a Moonkin right there. Just walked right past me. Didn't even care. Love it when they resist a Mind Blast. That's okay. We're at that stage where using a wand as a priest is ridiculously powered. Heavily overpowered. But yes, I'm going to run down the road here and we're going to grab that credit for the Furble Camp quest. And we'll go turn that in at the same time. Oh, another thistlebear. I don't want one of those. I need a rabid thistlebear. So we may cut across and grab one of those. It's usually one of the first things I do out here. Alright. Let's take one out so we can get close enough to the camp. There we go. And all done there. We're gonna sneak by. There we go. Then we're gonna get out of there. We are gonna head across. So that I can start aiming not just for strider meat, which we're gonna aim for right now as well. Oh, of course you do.
I need to get closer.
Right. Oh, those things hit fast. Okay. I might need to take another one out there. Or not, he looks far enough away. No, he doesn't look far enough away. He's definitely not far enough away. That's okay. I at least got a light feather. That'll come in handy whenever I learn levitate. Alright. So we cut back down the beach here. We are going to hit up that beached sea creature that the murlocs have on the way up. For the moment, I am just looking for a rabid thistlebear. There you are. I've got you. No, don't open that. That was fast. Okay. Now we're heading in the right direction for the beached sea creature. We'll grab that. And then we'll head back to town for a moment to hand in what we've got. There we go. Grab some murlocs. Oh. I did not see him. Throw another smite out because he resisted the first one. I say as though I'm not letting the wand do all the heavy lifting here. I'm watching the side here. Got another Murloc over here. So I'm hoping this guy doesn't... Okay, he ran a good way. Yeah, so remember, if you need to back away from something, don't go backwards. Strafe. Cover much more ground that way. Alright, we're trying again on that one. And it's time to head back. Got 4 quests to hand in right now. And the sea creature one we just did does open up a new one for us. But I also want to finish the crawler legs before I do that. Which we seem to be having a shortage of right now. And I think... See, if I stay up here, it's not so bad. I think after this fight, I'm going to change my audio settings for ambient. Alright, I'm up to 2 crawler legs. We are ready for turn in on these few quests. Oh, there we go. Greetings, Night Elf. I am Thanarian Tree Tender. Our work has only just begun, Deirdres. Are you prepared for the next task? As I had feared, the cure does not work. It saddens me greatly to order the death of any of nature's beasts. But the sick and tainted thistle bears must be put down. I've never actually watched the bear die like that. Return to the forest and destroy 20 rabid thistle bears, Deirdres. It will most certainly not put a stop to the plague, but it will slow down the damage the animals are doing to our forest and its inhabitants for a short time. Alright, and then we've got this one here. This is terrible news indeed, Deirdres. With the Furbolgs this close to Aberdeen, we will have to prepare ourselves for the inevitable. Thank you, Deirdres. You've already proven adept at scouting our enemy, Deirdres. Do you have what it takes to fight them as well? Not all adventurers prefer straightforward combat to the art of stealth and evasion. If you think you're up for the task, then the Furbolg camp south of Aberdeen is currently the biggest threat to our people. You will find some of the Blackwood tribe there. Kill 8 Pathfinders and 5 Wind Talkers, and return to me here. Your scouting of the Furbolg camp is information that Thunderous Windweaver should be made aware of. He graciously serves as the Elder of Aberdeen, offering sage and just stewardship of the day-to-day affairs of the village. Please share with him your findings to date on the Furbolg situation. I believe he has some ideas of his own on the reasons behind their corruption. Perhaps you can work with him to enact a plan to restore the balance of nature here. All right. So with that, we can head up and find Thunderous Windweaver. Still gotta hand in those other quests. There we go. We're gonna go over here. Speak to Thunderous again. Well met, priest. Your scouting of the Furbolg situation comes at a fortuitous time for us in Aberdeen. For some time we have dealt with not only forest dwellers who are now openly hostile to our presence, but also the outright corruption of the forest itself. Hopefully you might be able to lend Aberdeen aid during these times of trouble. The Cliffspring River has begun turning foul and corrupted. It empties into the Mist's Edge, and I fear the wash will affect Aberdeen soon. I suspect the Blackwood Furbolgs upriver are the cause of the taint, but I also suspect that they aren't the true root of it. Take this sampling tube and go to the mouth of the river to the north. Proceed inland to the first waterfall and draw a sample from the pool there. You'll see a bridge overhead. Once you have a sample, return to me in Aberdeen. So we need to head up north in Aberdeen. I know exactly where he's saying, but we did have to find a waterfall. A waterfall at the mouth of a river that comes from a cave. And that's where we'll get our sample. Well, it would seem that even though we know more about this crystal, more unanswered questions are the result. I'll take the information you've uncovered to the council here in Aberdeen. Perhaps they'll know a course of action to follow on this crystal. Well, that is if there is one to be taken. For now, the threat remains far enough to the east to be out of harm's way. As for now, please have this. Consider it a reward for a job well done. So, I'm going to take the Oak Thrush Staff, and we'll put that on. Gives me an extra intellect and 2 stamina. Or was it the other way around? An extra stamina and 2 intellect. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to run into a lamp that I didn't see. And then we're going to head up here and we're going to talk to Gwyneth Blylagond again. It was only recently that these creatures started landing on the coast of Darkshore in such alarming numbers. I can't help but think that this is an ill omen of some sort. Recovering a sample of that creature's bones to the south would help us in Darnassus assess the situation. I hope the Murloc did not give you much trouble in collecting this for us. I will be sure to get this on the next hippogriff to Darnassus. The Temple of the Moon has given me some funds to hand out for assistance. Please have some of our thanks. Your success here emboldens me to offer you a chance to aid the Temple of the Moon further, if you are interested in. Oh, we're now honored with Darnassus. That beached creature is not an isolated incident here in Darkshore. There are more along the coastline and even in the water. I would like for you to investigate another one that we know of. This one was reported to be in the water due west of Aberdeen, close to a sunken vessel. Return to me with anything that you may recover that would aid our research. Also in your travels you may find other creatures. By all means, if you should discover anything, then please bring it to our attention. Alright. So that has us with some new quests. Where can we go? We'll worry about it later. I've got to finish these crabs. I am actually, after I finish this one off, and it didn't give me it. Oh. We didn't have fortitude on. Or we did, and that was what expired, and I wasn't paying any attention at all. Could go either way, really. Oh. There's another one who died. Okay, maybe I should put my shield on. Perfect. That's all Murlocs. You see, I want to get these crabs done, because not only are they my lowest quest, so I want to get it done before it turns gray, but the follow-up has me collecting Thresher Eyes. And as long as it hasn't been cleared out, I can get those around the body of the next sea creature. Or at least a chance for one of them. Ooh. Nope, nothing there. I'm at 4 of 6. Okay. And there's 6, so we can go and we can hand that in. I believe that's the Pathfinders and the Rabid Thistlebears. Let's start there. So we are going to keep going here. Run and turn this in. We're almost level 14 and we can head back for training at that point. Which is something I won't put you guys through. Let's see, Buzzbox 827 sits with an eerie silence. A single flashing light indicates that it needs 6 crawler legs to be placed in its holding box. As you place the crawler legs inside the machine, you hear gears begin to grind. Judging from the banging sounds coming from the Buzzbox, you believe the crawler legs are being put in their proper place. Soon the machine begins to hum and you hear a tiny voice calling out from within. Hello? Hello? You fixed it. This is Whizbang, by the way. Thanks a lot. Hey, you wouldn't want to fix another one, would you? A tiny voice crackles from the deep within the machine. Whizbang here. The next Buzzbox is north of Aberdeen on the beach. So that Buzzbox is number 411, and it needs 3 Thresher Eyes for its repairs. They're just off the coast, the Darkshore Threshers. Sorry about that. Just like last time, when you give the Buzzbox the goods, it'll spit out your reward. What? No way, I'm fine. Really rather not try and hiccup into the microphone. Oh, so very close to a level. Okay, with that, we're going to head down the pier here, as this gets you the closest you can to the next sea creature. Carry check and make sure I'm recording. Yes, I am in fact recording. Oh, we get a little bit of extra runoff the pier. And we're just going to jump off. Huh. Don't have any enemies over here. I've seen them before.
Too far away.
I'm sorry. Keep leaving things too far away. Now let's get up out of there and let's go find some threshers. Usually love to hang out near the... What? Somebody out there know who this NPC is? Shade of Allura. No, it's not mine. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, boat. I don't feel like getting pushed off course by the boat. Alright. Let's see if we have any around here. Oh, there's one. We will go and we will collect that one. Hopefully get an eye from him. Oh, the boat to Teldrassil is here. Pop a shield. And then we'll just go for it. And there's our level. Oh, it requires skinning 40. I think I'm going to have to hang back at some point while I'm not recording and just skin. Alright, still nothing. Ooh, I was not paying attention to my breath. We almost finished the run early. Okay, so that was not my finest moment. What about over here? No. Let's head this way. Just gonna keep going. There's one. And there's another off in the distance. We'll take care of that one as well. Oh, he bit me. I would love it if one of these would actually drop an eye. This is what I was talking about some time ago about the vanilla drop rate. Then again, I guess the proper answer is that I'm casting spells and it keeps getting in their eyes and destroying them. Failed attempt. There we go. there's another. I can swim up here and then hit it from above.
It's too far away.
Oh, I went out of order on that. And we're gonna, there we go. There's another one. I'll grab that one in a moment. As soon as we get close enough. There we go. All right. Oh, it's getting frustrating. No, it wasn't another person. We do have another thresher back this direction. Oh, and there's one over there. Alright, we're gonna shield and then we're gonna go get our breath. Alright. Oh, this quest, requires getting 40. Of course it does. Alright, so we're going to work on this guy. Ah, we got one. Almost halfway there. Target that for now.
I'm out of range.
I mean, according to my computer, you were in range. But yeah, there's actually a small overlap between being out of range and being, or having your spells light up like you are in range. I don't know if I said that right. I don't think I said that right. There's a fine line between being close enough and not being close enough. No, it's not right either. Oh well. Away we go.
It's too far away.
There we go. I don't know what was going on there. Ooh. I know what's going on there. So I think, for the moment, I'm going to try and finish this quest. But I have been making rather poor mistakes for a couple of times now at least. So I'm going to, like I said, we're gonna finish this, and then we'll get back to Aberdeen. I'll actually hearth out. And then I personally am going to take a small break. Get my head cleared, get some energy in me. Can I make... Let's put the shield on first before I wonder. Can I make... Ooh, I can make boiled clams. Perfect. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not paying attention. I've got to get out of here. Boy, nothing will shock you back to alert by, like, hearing your character start to make that noise. That drowning. That being said, I'm still going to... I don't want that. Still going to finish this. I want to get that last thresher eye. What did I see over here? I thought I saw something. We're going to come over here for this thresher. Come on. Maybe if I double back. Oh, we got one right there. Okay. Maybe this will be the one. Perfect. So that is all of those. I'm going to hearth right back to Aberdeen. I'm not playing right now. There's a saying some people on hardcore have, and it's if you're not logged in, or, sorry, I'm even messing up the save those. I'm messing up the phrase, the turn of phrase. If you're not locked in, you need to be logged out, is the phrase. So we'll see about finishing up these quests. Once you have investigated the creature's remains in the water to the west of here, I should be able to file a proper report. Okay, that's pretty much exactly what it was before. Give me 1 second here. Got someone asking me a question. You've been a tremendous help here today. We now have a solid chance at unlocking the mystery of why these creatures choose to beach themselves on the coast of Darkshore. The idea that they might be fleeing the area around Teldrassil is disturbing. Should you come across others in your travels, please let me know. Our research here is but in its infancy. On behalf of the Temple of the Moon, please accept this as thanks for the effort you have given. Thank you, Deirdris. I can get some boots with 1 extra armor. Why not? Do I have anything else in the village to hand in? Not right now, no. So what I'm going to do is we have hit level 14. So I think I'm probably going to call it there for right now, especially since I was not, in the very least, playing my best while I was in the water there. So we're going to head back to Teldrassil, where I'm going to get my level 14 training done, and I'm going to take a break, clear my head, and then we'll be back with more adventuring here. So for now, I'm going to say thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.